guys, I'm going to let a few people come on so I don't have to repeat myself, okay? I will be answering questions at the end. I'm sorry if the lighting is not great, but y'all know that I'm not going to discuss any of this around Joseph. Joseph is in his room, but if I was to go in there where the lighting's good, he can hear me. So, hey guys, so y'all know that I do not want him to hear me, because that's just something that I've always tried to do, is protect him from a lot of the truth, you know. He would be very hurt if he knew a bunch of this and what was going on. So I'm keeping him, you know, in the dark about this. Hey guys, love y'all. You know, this has been coming for a long time, and I've told y'all, a lot of people think Tatum's never going to say anything. You know, I've said a little bit, but I've never come out and really talked. And guys, there's a reason for that. There's a reason that I hadn't talked, because my dad, God rest his soul, and if I get upset when I talk about my dad or talk about situations, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to keep it together, but it's still kind of hard. But God rest my dad's soul, when he was alive, he always told me, Tatum, please let the law handle it. Tatum, please let the law handle it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. There is no more of a person that is for the cops. I am for law enforcement. I believe, thank you for that sending hus. I believe in it. I believe in letting the law handle things, the situations. But I'm going to tell y'all, in Joseph's case, it is not the law that is the problem. It is, well, it is the GBI. Thank you for the stars, baby. I love you too, Michelle. It is the GBI. It is the DA's office. And yes, I said it. I'm coming out tonight, boy. I'm coming out tonight. I'm mad. I'm very disappointed. I'm more disappointed than I'm mad. You understand what I'm saying? It's the district attorney's office, the GBI, and the solicitor's office. Okay? January 1st of this year, it actually happened on New Year's Eve, so it's really December the 31st. But it don't really fall into effect. We didn't find him till New Year's Day. It will be 4 years. In 4 years, they think, let it go 4 years and I'll just throw it out. But here's the thing, there ain't no time limit on attempted murder. That is what my son, if y'all have heard he fell from a barn, that I've told y'all 100 times, that is a lie. Love you, Ann. He never fell from a barn. First of all, guys, y'all know that I have a farm. If you fell from a 2-story barn, and the way you fell like that, you would have multiple lacerations. You would have marks on your body. They were semen at the bottom. He had one spot on his head where he was hit with something. Okay? Yes, he was hit with something. He laid there. I'm trying to let y'all understand what went on for you new people. It was 14 hours before we found him. 14 hours, y'all. He was laying there. He was barely breathing. I fought for my son. I fought for him a month and a half at the trauma center. They wanted me to pull the plug on him. They told me he would never be nothing. I have been to court with his biological, and yes, I'm going to talk about that. I went to court with him because he wanted to get custody, because he wanted to pull the plug. But you know what? I'm not going to speak for him, because he believed that he would be nothing. You know, that was God who saved him. And it doesn't matter if I adopted Joseph. He's my son, and I love him with everything I got. This ain't just affected him. This has affected my whole family. This was a boy who had his whole life ahead of him. And he had everything took from him. And it was over jealousy. It was over somebody and a girl. A little whore girl, and I'm going to say it, she was a whore, okay? She's from the wrong side of the tracks. And now I'm going to say this. Somebody had a nerve to say, somebody that was involved in this situation, that I don't like poor people. Now, that's a damn lie. I'm going to tell you something. My mama grew up poorer than anybody I know. There's just as much rich white trash as they are poor white trash. One's just got money and one don't, okay? Let me say that right here. So I have no problem with poor people. I've hung out with people who ain't got nothing. I've hung out with people who's got everything. I've hung out with people that are hardworking people, okay? So I don't get where, yeah, they did, Kathy. And let me explain that. The mom of the girl who threw the party, she told them, she threatened them to hide it, not to say nothing. and they let him lay there. They changed his clothes. Changed his clothes. Thank you, Caroline. Changed his clothes now. He had urinated on himself. He was laying there. He had the biggest hematoma that Shan's had ever seen in Jacksonville, Florida. The biggest one. Okay? I have been asked by several news crews. I have been asked by people for documentaries. I got asked about another one today. And I've turned them all down. I tried to call you earlier, Tanya. Love you too. But I said no. The only reason I said no, y'all, because I was trying to let the law handle it. But the DA's office has told me lies. I've had people come forward that have had information. They were going to go talk to him. She's done nothing. She does not call me. She does not want, and I don't even want her to call me anymore, because now I'm going over their head, and I have already went over their head. I will be having meetings in the next month, and I'm not going to say with who, because I don't want nothing to happen to it. But let's just say these people, they got a lot bigger pull. Thank you, Amy. But anyway, let me get into what happened to me that made me really have enough. A while back, I posted on here, and I will not be saying any names on here. The reason I will not be saying any names is because if something was to happen to any of these people, I do not want to be the cause of it. I want to say this. I will be telling the truth, but here's the thing. When the documentaries, no, Deb, it won't, because I'm not going to use any names, but this is something that everybody does know about. This is, this is record. But the reason I am speaking out about it is because I've had enough. I've had enough being lied to. I really hate that my dad passed away before he got to see justice. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm good. Sorry, guys. I know y'all say don't worry about it, but it just still gets me. Remember when I posted something about, it said, no, it has not. That's what I'm talking about now. Anyway, I posted a while back. Remember when my dad passed away? Y'all all been so great about that. Loving towards me, Joseph, my mom. Anyway, it was a thing, and it said, I showed y'all the whole thing. You can go back and see it. It said it was the day that we had the viewing for my dad. The night before we buried my dad, I got a thing that said, I will piss and shit and drink a shot on your dad's grave, and I will watch you clean it up. He said a lot. Yes, he is, Anita. I've seen a lot more stuff on there. It was a lot more, but you can read it. You can read it and see it and everything. It is posted on here. Yes, he is with me always. Thank you, guys. But the person who said that, or one of the people, this person was not actually involved, but they had family members who were, and I never had any beef with them. This is what bothered me. This family, back in the day, if they needed something, I would get it. That's just the type of person I am, guys. I'll give you groceries. I'll do anything that I can. That's just who I am. Well, this is where I did wrong. I called one of the people at the store that said this, and I went back up in the store, and I tried to talk to this person. I'm not going to say boy, girl, whatever. I tried to talk to this person, and they had a gun on their side, and they threatened me. Well, when I went to walk out the door, they kept talking, and I said some things. And I said, you going to shoot me? Is that, I mean, really? And then they talked a bunch about my husband. I said, you've called my son retarded. I said, y'all made fun of him and said, he couldn't fight very good because he got his ass kicked. How can you fight when somebody hits you from the back? Number one, that's the biggest sissy I've ever seen. And if you got to tote a gun around, you are too. It's okay, Miranda. It's on the Joseph Strong too. But anyway, we got into it, and he kept getting in my face, and I pushed him. Number one, I shouldn't have pushed them. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And when I left there, I dialed 911. And I called and I told them who this is. And, you know, Christy, you can go back and watch it. I called 911. I let them know what I had done. Because, number one, y'all know I've told y'all 1,000 times, I know all the cops, most of them, and I'm for the cops. And I try to do the right thing. But here's what happened. There's a new cop. He had just moved here. He doesn't know the situation. He doesn't know the story. And I tried to explain it to him. So, well, he kind of took his side, or her side. I'm going to say that, her, because it is a her and a him. There's hims and hers involved in this whole situation, okay? There's boys and girls. And, I ain't going to say men or women because they're not men or women. Yes, Julia, there was a recording. There wasn't no sound, but you could see it in the recording. Well, they called me. He pressed charges. Well, he went to the magistrate. And I have been trying to go to the magistrate and press charges on this person. Him, her, two more hers. I have been trying to press charges on all of them. But here's the reason I couldn't press charges on any of them. Because I didn't have an address. They're kind of people who, you know, y'all just put it in perspective. You don't know where they live. Well, the one person, him and her, used a false address, but it worked. I'm sorry, Rhonda. And, two of them used a fake address or whatever. It wasn't their address. They didn't live. One of them did live there. But, so they called me or whatever. Well, I went up the next week or whatever and turned myself in and told them whatever. And then I went and called my lawyer, my godfather. Now, this is what, yes, Cindy, this is what really gets me, and this is where I know all y'all are going to be like, are you serious right now? It has been almost 4 years since my son's attempted murder. None of them has arrested. Okay? But here's the thing. They wanted to do something to me for pushing somebody who threatened my life. Talked about my daddy. Called my son a retard. Their family had something, was there, had something to do with it. Okay? Now, this was not, the cop was new, okay? It had nothing to do with that. They could have threw it out, but they wouldn't. The solicitor's office, the DA's office, the GBI, I'm very disappointed, okay? I'm not in the cops, and I'm not in the judges. I'm going to tell you something. I respect the judges because the judges understand this situation, and I could have went and done a trial, you know, I just had a brain fart, guys. I could have had a jury trial, but I didn't do it. I went ahead and just pleaded and said, you know, give me domestic violence. I'll pay a $300 fine. And I did. But here's the thing. And yes, it does, Dawn. But here's the thing. One of them was supposed to be good friends with my dad. Now, that has nothing to do with it about being good. Cindy, I tried. They won't do nothing. That's the thing. But, yes, Julia, I'm getting to that too. That's horrible, Sheila. But here's the thing that what hurts me so bad is, I had to sit in there in court today, and I had to tell how my life has been. And I had to talk about my dad. I broke down, you know, and the judge was so sympathetic because he knows the story. The whole town knows the story. But I have a restraining order. So I'm not worried about that. But I had a feeling that I needed to come on here and I needed to explain to you guys. It hurts. It hurts so bad because these are criminals. Exactly, Stephanie. I pushed. I did not punch, but it was wrong to push. I'm going to say that. Yeah, Trina, they are. Susan, that's in the process. We've been talking to him for a while. I am, Anita. So this is what I'm here to say. I am ready to speak out. They are, Randall. Oh, Barnhill's gone. Hey, Lauren. But I've had enough. I've had enough, and I won't stop speaking now. I've gave a chance. I've give them almost 4 years to do something. They have lied to me. It's not about me. It is, Lisa, because I've been a part of it my whole life. And I'll be the first one to tell you. It is. But this is a sad situation because my son deserves justice. He deserves. It really hurt me to have to talk about it. Sorry, Diane. It really hurt me to have to go back and talk about it today. I'm just heartbroken because my papa and grandma were judges. Half my family are in law. And to sit there today and have to explain myself and talk about this again constantly. What part of attempted murder don't they understand? And here's the thing that somebody at the DA's office told me. Listen to this, guys. Well, we got the mom who threw the party. So if we go and arrest this person that hit him, then what about her? Why can't you do something to both of them? And yes, Teresa, my son remembers what happened, but he doesn't want to talk to them. He will not talk to the GBI. He'll talk to us, and he'll probably talk to his lawyer and some other people, but he will not speak to the GBI. He has nothing to say to them. I don't have nothing to say to them. I am very hurt, and especially this new person that was on it. She used to work at the local law enforcement. I'm not naming no names. I'm not like that. I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. But here's the thing. I want justice. I want justice. I want to be able to say, and you know, some of them, you know, I've had some of them that's went off and joined the armies, and some that's going to church and going back to school. But here's the thing, guys. It is okay. It is okay. It is great that you're going to church and you're asking God. You're saying, please come into my life. That's wonderful. But you will never be able to fully, Mary, they've spoke to witnesses. My lawyer has spoke to witnesses. They've gave them the case on a silver platter. But you cannot get right with God if you don't admit to what you did. You cannot get right with nothing if you cannot tell. Teresa, I've talked with Joseph about it. I think that he would come down to it, but I think he's scared. My son was a big time athlete. I mean, he was bad to the bone. And now he feels like he can't do nothing. And he's scared that they're going to hurt me or hurt somebody. And I've told him, don't worry about me, honey. Don't worry about me. Aaron, they've tried. The witnesses, listen to this. The witnesses, they don't even go and talk to them. I've got witness statements. I've heard some of them that they went and talked to. They tell a different story every time. Every time they tell a different story. But I get upset because I get mad and I get upset because I feel like he deserves something out of this. He deserves for somebody to say, this is wrong what you did. But this ain't the first time none of them has done something like this. It's not going to be the last time. Exactly, Janice. I will forgive, but I won't ever forget. But for them to get, you know, for them to come out and be able to say, I'm saved and I'm all that. I hope that they get saved. That's not what I'm saying. You know, I tell everybody, Cindy, they've been talked to as well. So has Dr. Phil. But to be able to really say, I want to change, I want to do this, I want to do that, They've got to say, this is what I did. So, no, Becky, one person has, and that was the person, the mom that, she threw the party or whatever. Or her daughter threw the party, but she got, But I want you guys to do me a favor. I love you guys so much. I want to tell y'all, I've really sat quiet for too long. I've yes, they would, Beverly. If they want to get right with Jesus, they would ask my son for forgiveness. Christina, there hasn't been any justice because they're not doing anything. There's also another boy I want y'all to go. And if y'all could follow, it's called Justice for Austin. It's Austin Wise. He was murdered in this town. Nothing's been done. I can't speak for that whole story, but I will know. Him somewhere too. Yes, Julia. This is what I want to ask of you guys. I want y'all to please share this tonight. What I have talked about. Yes, the woman Shannon that stole the party, she still hadn't went to court. She went to court and got bond and got out. Then she didn't go to court, and then I guess they issued a warrant and they let her back out. Thank you, Gloria. But I will tell y'all this. I am hiring somebody. I want to... They do a lot of fake stuff, like fake accounts and stuff, and they say, thank you so much. Anyway, I'm going to... There's someone that's told me they can go on here and they can prove that it is definitely them with their fake accounts. They can do it by their phone, by computer, by, and everything, whatever. Hey, sweetie, anybody over here on TikTok that has just joined and don't know, if y'all will go to Facebook and look up Joseph Strong, it'll be on there. But what I want y'all, thank you, Rhoda, what I want y'all to do is everybody share this tonight. Share what I just said. Share what I've come on and talked about. Please share it. Let's get it going wide. Okay? Let's get it going wide. Thank y'all so much. All I'm asking y'all to do is share it. And let's get it to go viral. And I believe it will. I believe it will. I love you guys so much, and I want to say I thank y'all. I thank each and every one of y'all. My son loves you guys. Tomorrow is my birthday, and you know what I want for more than anything in this world for my birthday? It's justice. It's Joseph, Joseph, and the last, then you hit a space, and then it's Strong, Strong. Gloria Childress, you are the sweetest woman in the daggone world. Thank you for that donation. And you just don't know how much that means. Y'all did not have to do that. I'm going to tell y'all something. Anything y'all do, we will be using it. And I also have to pay a fine. We do have a P.O. Box. It is P.O. Box 603. I'll say that again. P.O. Box 603. Waycross, Georgia 31502. That's 31502. It is also at the very top of the page on Joseph Strong. We've got it on there. But I want to let y'all know, I'm not going to stop now. I'm not going to hush now. I'm hurt. They try to do something to me. They try to do something that could have took me away from my child. So here's the thing. Y'all will see me speaking a lot more. I've been through a depression, and I haven't been on here like I should. But reason Joseph, I would have showed y'all Joseph tonight. If he's still awake, I'll go back and let him come and say hey to y'all. But I had to come out here because I didn't want him to hear none of this. He needs to be focused on getting better. He does not need to focus on worrying about his mama. But I love you guys. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. I love you guys so much. Y'all have just been, y'all just been a rock for me. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And the justice system is, guys. And I will say that I always said Joseph will, he'll be justice just like that. But I have been told this. I don't know if this is true. Now this, I've already talked, Cynthia, I'm already talking to one now. But I will say this right here. I've heard, now I don't know this for a fact, but I've heard that some of them do work. They're informants. Now, if that is true, I do not know. I will say that I always specify, if I don't know for a fact, I've not seen that in writing. But there's somebody that's going to find that out for me. But I love you guys. Please share this. That's all I ask, just to share this tonight. If you're on TikTok, please share it. I love you guys. Y'all been my rock. My husband, y'all. When God sent me that man, he knew what he was doing. Because y'all know that anybody that knows me knows that I'm hard. I'm very hard. I'm hard to love. I'm hard to... He could have run and nobody would have blamed him. But that man, my dad said it right. He said, you got a superhero. And I do. So, for nothing to have been done with all this at all that would make... For nothing to have been done at all that would make sense. But, anyway, I love you guys. And like I said, just share this. And, there will be something done. It will just have to be higher up. So, I want y'all to go on this journey with me. When I'm speaking, when I'm speaking with people, and I'm gonna be on the news, or yes, I do, Amy. I have too, and my mom. She's a superhero too. But FBI, yes. I know, Jamie. I know. Jamie has been one of my best friends since I was 15. She's on here, and she will tell y'all I'm very hard. I don't cry. I don't hurt. But this shit's killing me. I just want justice. That's all I want, guys. That's all I want. Them to leave. To quit talking about my son and to say the things. I don't know how anybody can say things about my dad. Now, a lot of y'all got to see him on here, but you didn't really know. He was the closest thing to a saint anybody ever knew. No, I don't, Jamie. I don't ever cry, but this stuff here's killing me. And what I said about informants was, I don't know for sure, but I've heard that some of them are informants. But that will be... Sandy, I've got a call from 2 people. One is a big time... Let's just say... There might be a documentary. 2 of them on this. So... Thank you, Jody. Thank you all for the stars. God, I love you guys so much. I'm going to get off of here. I'm getting really, emotional. But I want to say I love you guys. And don't just pray for my justice. I want you to pray for every mom out there, every dad, every family. Joseph, Joseph, and then Strong, Strong. I know, Jamie. So, just share this, guys, and remember, if I'm going on a talk show, if I'm going on the news, y'all will know about it, so y'all can tune in. I want y'all with me every step of the way. Y'all have been here for me, and y'all are right. God is going to take care of it. I would rather answer to the court system than I ever would God. Okay? But yes, my daddy, he was he was one of the greatest men I ever knew. I had to talk about him today in court, y'all, and it like to kill me. Because he always knew what to say. He always knew how to tell me, And you're right, they're trying to break me mentally, emotionally. But I'm one strong. Yeah, Jamie, Dr. Phil is like my number 1 that I would love to go on. If y'all want to email Dr. Phil, I think you look up drphil.com and just email him. I've got to email him back. Somebody that was on the show actually reached out to me about it. I did wrong to start with though, guys, because I sent them all, um, did it by paper, like my mail, and I need to do it by email. Um, Thank you. He's proud of me. Thank you so much. I hope my dad is, because I don't know what it is, but when I talk about my dad, it just, he was everything to me. Yeah, Steve Wilkos, I've sent him something too. But they told me I need to go in there and email it. Um, so if y'all all want to send something to Dr. Phil, let him know about this page. They'll get on it. That's what one lady messaged me last night. She said, "Do you have something?" I had a story that I wrote up that I have shared, and I had to send it to her. So I'm don't do the documentaries now. I just want y'all to know that I've decided to do them, and I've decided to. Thank you, Sandy. But it took me a long time because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, guys. I believe in the law. I believe in justice. I believe that it's right. But I can't do it no more. They come after me, and nothing of this shouldn't even be done. Which, I mean, I didn't get nothing bad, you know what I'm saying? And I would have completely beat it. I know that if I'd went to a jury trial, but I didn't want to go through that. I'm worried about my son. Can I share the story so I can make it go viral? Yes, I will share some more stuff y'all can share as well. Somebody just asked me that. Yes, they are, Sherry. Yes, they did, Russell. But anyway, just share this, and I will share some more stuff like when I was standing in front of the house and all that. I will reshare that so y'all can share it. That's the best thing we can do right now is share it. Just keep sharing it. Everything that I talk about, let's get it to go viral because he has a lot of followers, and I believe, yes, Ruth, I know he will. And like I said, I want you guys. Oh, thank you, Lily. Yes, it is, Joy. Um, I'm sorry, Donna. It's just horrible. You did give everyone a chance. You gave them a chance to be sorry. You gave the police tell them at least arrest one person. That's true. I've done everything right, guys. Y'all know I have. Y'all have begged me. Tatum, let it loose. Let it loose. And no, I wouldn't do it. But, yes, Amy, it is. Just go down and you'll see different things. Also, it's pinned at the bottom. Earl, if you on here, you and Kimmy, will y'all tell them where it's pinned at the top? But I will say now, if you are wanting to do an interview, I don't care if you have a small blog. I have a blog, I know that. Yes, Peggy. I will do them now. And if anybody, I'm going to tell y'all whose podcast I would love to go on. And all y'all on here, TikTok especially know her. Y'all probably know her. Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny. The Dumb Blonde podcast. If there is one person podcast that I would love to go on because she has the biggest heart. I love her. I don't listen to a lot of people's podcasts, but I listen to hers. It's the Dumb Blonde podcast. That's who I would love to go on and say Joseph's story. I have reached out to them. If anybody on here knows them, wants to know, love you. Yes, God will. If anybody knows, Lanika Spikes, if you would message me, maybe we can help one another. But if any of y'all know her, want to message her for me, it is the Dumb Blonde podcast or Bunny. It's Jelly Roll's wife. Please do, because I would actually go out to Nashville and go on her podcast because I'm not big on podcast. I love hers. Love it. Hey, Destiny. Mr. J is doing good, guys. I will come back on in a minute if he is still up. And exactly, Kimberly. Yes, simply yes. Yes, everybody. Bonnie's just awesome. I mean, she's real and she's raw. Yes, Julia. If you message Dr. Phil, just tell him that he can go on the Joseph Strong page. He can reach out to the mom, and, I'll do whatever. But just share this tonight, guys. I love y'all. I'm going to go in there now and see if he's still awake. And if he is, I'll come back on here and let y'all say goodnight, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for everything y'all do and being here and so many followers. It means the world to me.